New video, new camera. We are no longer using my phone, which for the life of me always looks terrible. We got a new camera and a new microphone, so it's gonna sound a little bit better. Today, we're gonna take a look at this laptop. This is the one I use to edit all the videos and daily use, pretty much my only computer right now. It has an issue though, and it's had this issue since I got it, where when you boot it up, it lets you know it has imminent disk failure. And then you have to hit enter every time. But afterwards, then it just boots up fine. There is a way to test to see if it is the drive that's failing or if it's like a software thing, and we'll look at that later. But we're just gonna go forward assuming it's the drive. There is a way to do this using only one computer. It's a little tedious, but if you only got the one, you don't really have a choice unless you want to take it to someone to do it, which I do not want to do. For this, you're going to need your new drive. I'm going with a Crucial 1 terabyte, upgrading from 512. You're going to need some kind of drive caddy. This one is for M.2. If you're going to do this with a SATA drive, like the bigger ones, you would need one of these that converts SATA to USB. However, if you have a desktop drive, like a 3.5-inch drive instead of the smaller 2.5-inch drive, you will need one of these things. It has a lot more power in it to spin up the bigger drive, and you can also use it for the smaller drives as well. But since we have an M.2 SSD, we'll just use that. You will also need a flash drive. I believe it's 8 gigabytes or higher. We got a 32 gig here. Last thing you'll need is something to back up your data to. We're gonna be making an image, and we'll just put the image onto here and then be putting it back onto the computer once we get the new drive installed. So let's get started. So what you can look up is Crystal Disk Info. Here you can download a program that shows you the health of a drive. So if we just get the standard edition, then once you have it installed, you can open it up, and it does give you a warning that this drive is bad. See, it says it's green if it's good, yellow if it has an issue. This is bad. Even though it has 98% health left, this is bad. So we definitely need to replace it. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do is create a boot media, so when we put the new drive in this laptop, we can install Windows. Going to type in Windows 11 download. And you wanna make sure you get this from Microsoft themselves. You have a couple options. You have the ISO if you want to do some customizations, but we're just going to do the installation media. Once it's downloaded, we'll open it up, hit accept, and then it'll get a few things ready for you. Use recommended settings. We need a flash drive at least 8 gigabytes, so we're going to plug that into the computer. We're going to select that. Make sure if you have several drives, we're going to use the correct one. And then we wait. Okay, so now it is finished after a uncomfortably long time. So we can just finish that. Wait for this to do its thing. And safely eject it. Once we have the flash drive all ready, we just have to take the old drive out. Ooh, what happened here? That's new. Okay, well, let's take the drive out. It is good practice to keep all these screws in order if you can. A lot of the times they're the same size, but not always. And if you put a screw in the wrong spot, it's game over. It'll just go through a board and something won't work, or it just won't boot up anymore, or something like that. Now that we got them out, we'll just lift up around the edges just to release the clips. Once you get a couple, they'll come out pretty easily. Okay. Set that to the side. Oh no. Did I say I bought this used? So we're gonna do something about that. Hold please. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay. First thing we want to always do is unplug the battery. We did shut it down, but just in case there's any spare current going anywhere. So the battery's right here. Just wiggle it from both sides of the connector and pull it out. And this is the bad boy right there. Slightly bigger screwdriver. There we go. Oh, the bane of my existence. So we're going to take the new SSD and we're just gonna slap that bad boy right in there. Screw it back down. There we go. And we're gonna button it back up. I'm just gonna put the cover on. I'm not gonna put any screws back on it because we're gonna be in and out of here a few more times. So hold please. Oh, duh. You're also gonna wanna plug the battery back in. That was my bad there. So get that back in its spot. There we go. Now, button it back up. Putting it down just enough to protect all the components, but enough that I have to wrench it up this time. And what we want to do is get into the boot menu. On HP's, it's going to be the escape key, which will bring up options to boot into things. Every computer's different. HP, it's going to be the escape key. So we're going to plug the drive that we just made in, and we're going to press the power button, and we're just going to spam the escape. I don't know what this is, but okay. Guess we'll wait for this. I guess we'll just let this do its thing for a bit. I don't know what's going on, but yeah.
2 hours later.
There we go. Okay. So it's gonna give this error because we took the battery out, so it reset the BIOS, but that'll be fine. We're gonna keep spamming the escape key until we get to the startup menu. We want the boot menu, so that's gonna be F9. And we want to boot from this PNY drive. We're just gonna hit next, next, install Windows. I agree, everything will be deleted. That's what we want. Except, so now it's looking for that hard drive. Found it right here. That's the 1 terabyte. So we're gonna hit next there. And install. And now we wait. This is a USB 2 drive, so it might take a little bit, but oh, did it do something? Okay, we're still installing. Is this rare? What is this? Oh, sweet. Okay, now we got something here. We're gonna click yes again. We're gonna skip this. So, if you noticed, A, it doesn't even see the wireless card, so that's not great. B, there's no way to continue unless you're connected to the internet. So you gotta do some hackery to get this to work. So we're gonna hit Shift F10, which brings up the command prompt. We're gonna do OOBE/bypass NRO. And what that does is it just lets us just skip the network thing because it's dumb. Oh look, I don't have internet, so it makes you log in with a regular account. This doesn't matter, it's only temporary, so yeah, we're just gonna do that. I don't care about a password. Yep, again, I'd normally turn this off, but I don't care. This is all temporary. And now we wait again. Okay, cool. So like I said, none of this matters. All we gotta do is get the network driver started. Look at that, Wi-Fi. We're gonna install that. And then we're gonna restart. Oh no. Oh no, oh my. Well, if that's not working, time for plan B. So I'm downloading it onto my phone, and then we're gonna just move it from the phone to, we're just moving it from my phone onto the desktop. That might be the best option. Hey, there we go. We got it. We got it. We got there. So now that we're on the internet, we are going to have to just use Edge because again, this is all temporary. We don't care. Oh my God, I don't care. And we're going to search Active@, disk imaging. There's a lot of different imaging softwares out there, but I use this one. It's worked well for me. We just need the freeware. We don't need any of the extra doodads that the Pro version has. Okay, so that program is to take an image of this drive. So we are going to pop open our enclosure, pop this drive in there, pop this closed again. Nope, wrong way, this way. And then we just take our USB cable and plug it in. We're gonna say disk to image, don't show. And what we want is this one right here. We see the 931 gigabytes is our drive we're using right now. This is our old drive. We're gonna want this one. We're gonna hit next. Oh, it's encrypted? Oh, for fun. Okay, it said it finished successfully. So we will close all this. And let's get started on the cloning. So I didn't realize that the backup drive that I had was for Mac, and I could reformat it to NTFS and use it, but I have stuff on here that I need. So we're gonna pull out a MacBook I found on the side of the road, and we're gonna hope this drive works, and we're gonna use this to back it up. Wish me luck. Okay, we're gonna take this, we're gonna copy it onto our new volume. And we're just gonna wait for that to complete. Okay, we got everything moved over to our rescue drive here. So now is the fun time where we shut it down, put the old drive back in, and trust me, there's a plan to this, and then we're going to image the new drive while using the old drive. And then we'll do one more switcheroo and we should be good. We're just gonna pop this off again. Sneaky little unplug of the battery. All right, this is the good drive. This is the bad drive. Put the good drive in here. Slap that down. And now we start again. Okay, we're just gonna unplug all this stuff, shut it down. And we're going to put the drive we just imaged into this, boot it up, and hopefully it works. Still spinning. Yeah, it's probably fine. We're just gonna... There we go, you stopped spinning now, didn't you? Put our new drive in here. Oh, battery. All right, now it's gonna take forever to boot up because we unplugged the battery again, but that's fine. And we'll see what happens.
5 hours later.
Again, firmware update. I don't know what it's doing here. Light's still on, so it's thinking. Yep, let go. Stop. Really? 8 inches? Really? That's how long? Oh, okay. All right. It said to restart the CMOS and see what we get. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. This is less of a good sign. Oh! Yes! We are good. We're good to go. Not bad at all. Okay, so now all we have to do is button it up, and we have fixed our issue of having to press enter every time we start the computer, and all of the weird behavior that comes along with that. Make sure all the clips are engaged. And there we go. We're done. That worked great. And I recommend, even if this drive is failing, just keep it around in case something does happen and we have a backup of that. If I'm not gonna repurpose this drive, I would also maybe hold this around because this has the .ADI file, which is essentially another backup. And if you ever watch Linus Tech Tips or people like that, they always do 3, 2, 1, which is 3 different backups in 2 different media formats, one of them off site. So I don't know if I'm gonna get that crazy about it, but this is good to have. And I think that's it. Please check out any other videos YouTube thinks you might like, hit subscribe, and see you next time.